Let me paint you a picture. Part six. I think it's part six, ladies and gentlemen. If not, it'll be in the description. What's good? We have Lianne, a part of the team, the ATS team. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
You okay? I know, I know. You was just behind the picture on
I'm
camera.
okay.
Now you're in front of the camera. But yes, let's get straight to it. So we've closed today.
Yeah.
All right. So on a personal level, as a parent, actually, forget personal level at the moment. We'll come back to personal level. As a parent,
Mm.
how do you feel that's impacting you that we've closed? And actually, yeah, let's start with the negative. How does it impact you?
Um. Well, right now my son is not able to go to club, so he will just be at home. I'm gonna have to find other activities and things to occupy him so that he's not just hooked to his game or his computer or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um. That's kind of stealing his attention right now. Um. Yeah, that was the main. I guess that's the main thing on in terms of being a parent, because one of the big changes that I saw from Elijah starting is that he became more creative. He would seek out more um, activities outside of just playing games and things like that.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Um, all right. So as a member of the ATS team, how's it impacted you like that?
Oh, well, I have mixed feelings, obviously, because I enjoy the job that I do. I enjoy my work. I can see the impact that it has had in the community as well, that it's
Mm-hmm.
had with myself.
Mm-hmm. What type of
Um,
impact is that you've seen?
just in terms of bringing community together, like our club is like a family. Like, we've had the same children coming from the day that we started, so we built really good relationships with the children, with the parents, which has also impacted myself because I'm a very isolated person. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm isolated. So in joining ATS as well, it's enabled me to kind of reconnect with my community as well. Like, after moving home from, I mean, I've moved 5 minutes down the road, but the community essence there is lacking to what I come from, you know. So working with the community enabled me to kind of like rebuild those connections, not just in terms of being a staff member, but being a resident in Mitcham, Pollard Hill, Merton Borough, you know, and yeah, reconnecting with parents.
Okay, okay. Um, okay, so since we've started, you've seen how we first got involved with the half provision
Mm.
and you've seen what it is now. So can you give a comparison in what we were delivering to what we're able to deliver now?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like there's a stark difference. There's a real difference between the quality of what we've been able to provide from when we started with our first Christmas half. Is it Christmas? We
Mm-hmm.
started with Christmas half, where at that half provision we were able to provide the children with creative packs which were full to the brim with different activities such as like paints. We had paints in there, we had back to school um, pencil case and things, and we had notebooks in there, we had colouring books in there, word searches, puzzles, um, even little things that were more geared towards younger children, like under sevens, under fives, under sevens. We were able to provide the children or the families with food to take home every day. Like, every day we were able to send the families with a box of food to take home, like non-perishable items like cereals and pasta and rice. We had things in there like yogurts and probiotic yogurts and things like that, fruit, water, cereal. Um, we had loads of activities, so we were able to set up in a way where the children were able to access different activities at different tables. So we had started with creative stations where on each station there would be something different for the children to explore. So we had like journaling stations where the children could go and learn about journaling. We had a massive response to that, like children who weren't writing and keeping diaries and journals were now going home writing in their journals. We'd take the children on trips and they'd bring their journals with them. They'll be writing on the bus, you know. We had one of the girls who we found out liked to write poetry, but she wasn't really writing it. Then evolved from just writing in her journal to writing poetries and stories. We had stations where the children were able to explore film, where they were able to like play with the camera. We don't say play with the camera because the camera's not a toy. They were able to kind of like to film each other. They were asking each other questions about their community and creating a documentary and things like that, which enabled them to kind of get to know each other a bit more as well during that process. Um, we had a jewelry making station. We had one boy who loved football, who actually chose to come to ATS Creative Club over going to his football club. Even his mum was surprised, and he absolutely loved to make jewelry. He loved making bracelets. He was making necklaces and things for his girlfriend at school and stuff like that. So to see that was lovely, you know, to see a young boy sitting there at the table thinking, what would my girlfriend like? And he actually produced some and he was so proud of it. He absolutely loved it. We had the kickboxing and box fit classes where the children were at least 45 minutes a day. They were able to access physical activities. Which they loved. There was 50-50 response like to that. Some of the children really loved getting active and there were others who were a bit reluctant, but we still engaged them. So there was so much that we were like, that's just a few of the things, you know. There was so much that they were able to do to now where we've had to really think about, okay, how are we going to set up in a way that is going to still engage, but we haven't been able to necessarily invest in the materials that we wanted to invest in because the payments come late. So by the time we actually order these activities, the club would have been finished, you know. We haven't been able to send food home with children, which was one of the things that we were really trying to maintain at ATS, because the whole point of HAF is holiday and food provision for children and families on free school meals. So to be able to send the extra box home it's like we'd hit a goal, we'd made an achievement. The creative packs, I know this time we probably wouldn't have been able to send creative packs home just in terms of the timing as well, because we haven't been able to order things. In our last HAF project, we weren't too sure if we would be able. We did manage to get creative packs home, but these are all of the things that like we've seen a reduction in. I don't want to say the quality because we're still providing the quality. I would guess it would be like the quantity of what we're able to provide for the children. Yeah. Sorry, I went off.
That's all
On a
right.
tangent
That's all right.
there.
That's all right. You've hit a couple nails on the head. What can I say? I'm speechless. Also, with the creative packs, um, we've had quite few. We've had quite a lot of the parents' feedback from that. Would you like to, you know, um, give us some of the feedback that you've had from the creative packs, the impacts it's had on their children?
Yeah, I mean, again, it encourages the children to explore new things and to explore their own creativity. There was enough in those packs for children to be able to explore things from painting to doing word searches, you know, so they to keep in journals and things like that. So it allowed children to come off games, because we know one thing that we keep hearing parents say a lot is that their children are just on the games, on the games, on the games. And a lot of the reason why these children are on games is because they don't have anywhere to meet with their friends after school. Like a lot of them are actually maintaining their friendships and communications with other children through playing these games. So enable to have these spaces, like youth centres and HAF projects and things like that is really important, you
Okay.
know. And it's important for the children to feel and families to feel safe, because we do have provisions in the community, but families have mentioned that they don't feel safe to send their children there, you know. So those things are really important.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. All right. So let me paint you a picture. Fundraiser. Why is it important for us or for you that we raise the funds in order to host longer provisions, access to space
You're
hire?
gonna say all the reasons
Okay,
why.
sorry.
So that we can access longer provisions. So we can access longer provisions. I mean, 4 hours a day is okay, but if we could even stretch it for an extra 2 hours, that would give parents more time to get more things done, for one. We would have more time to do more things with the children as well. We we have plans where we would like to be able to have time at the end of the day where families come, where the parents come in, but they can come in and have a coffee and chill out before they go home and things like this, you know. Because it is a community project, I believe that community support is important. It's important for the community to want to get behind these things, because if the community isn't asking for it, then the borough's just not gonna, they're not gonna provide it. And it's important for the community to engage, to have a voice, to be seen. With this fundraiser, it will allow us to do all of the things that we have been doing, and all the things that have been difficult to do so far. Like I was saying, in terms of creating the creative packs, sending home creative packs, having extra provisions to be able to send home with the children as well, being able to do more activities, take the children on more trips and things like that. As it was mentioned before, like a lot of ATS's money was used in the past to be able to provide these things, and it has got to the point where ATS does not have the funds to provide this anymore. We've used all of the funds in providing for the community. Our local borough is making things difficult for us in order to provide this service. And the service that we are providing is for the community. Even for myself, like I live in this borough, I access this service myself by sending my son. My son comes with me to work, you know. So in terms of providing work for the community as well, having extra funding will enable us to have more volunteers, to be able to even train more mentors, younger or older, to be able to offer support and provide activities for children, and also gain experience in learning, sorry, and mentoring.
Cool. And just to conclude, can you just let the people them know who you are and your role within ATS?
Yeah, my name's Lianne, and I am chair, and I am also wellbeing mentor here at ATS. So my main concern is to ensure that everyone's well-being is looked after.
Cool. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
ATS, you know the drill. Create.